Islam, Dwayne Baffle Bay. Islam. It's me, Ron Arrington-Bey. Your wife, Islam. It's on July the 18th, 2019. It is approximately, I'll tell you, it's 6:27 p.m. I just got through putting Vaseline on around my neck because I sunbathe. I haven't sunbathed in the past 3 days. These past few days have been like a really good day to sunbathe, and I didn't do it. The reason why I didn't do it is because I needed to stay in for a little while, so I didn't do it. But I'm gonna try to make this video quick. One of the things I realized, Dwayne, in this spiritual journey is in understanding what spirit is and spirituality is, and navigating as a Hebrew Muslim, Moorish American, and understand and having understanding. For instance, Imani is over there. Imani, say Islam. Can you see yourself? Yeah. Okay. Imani, did you do you reject the science that caused masses to be telepathic?
Of course.
Of course. Okay. Islam. Okay. Imani, what is your nationality?
Moorish American.
Moorish American. Okay. I, Rhonda Arrington-Bey, reject the science that caused masses to be telepathic as well. My nationality is Moorish American. As a Hebrew Muslim, I reject the science that caused masses to be telepathic. So as your wife, Dwayne Baffle Bay, and I say this with truth, in spirit and truth, is I want to give you something that I noticed that in reference to as a navigating more, because in navigation, trying to relearn how to be masters navigating on the earth. We're among unclean spirits. The speak of unclean spirits in Matthew in the book of Matthew. In the Holy Bible. The Holy Bible was made public law in the year of 1982, and many times it spoke of how Jesus cast out unclean spirits, and that's not the only book that speaks of unclean spirits in the Holy Bible. So by the Holy Bible being made public law, as a Hebrew Muslim, I know that those of law, public law, those of a lawful mind, know what unclean spirits are and what they're capable of. And so in that, when I say a prayer, because I'm in the spirit of truth, most of the times my prayers are, I give honor and praise to you, Allah, for exterminating, killing, because it spoke of the word kill. It didn't say love, it said kill. Allah, the Lord, killed. So I say thank you, Allah, for exterminating and killing all unclean spirits, abominations, through this divine prophecy, because we are in prophetic times, and it has already been prophesied that these unclean spirits, abominations, are being exterminated and killed for the last time. Islam. So I speak this truth in what I see, because we are in prophetic times. It's for the last time these unclean spirits are being cleansed from the spirit of Mother Earth and the universe. I, as a woman, Dwayne Baffle Bay, am a representation of the spirit of Mother Earth and the universe. And as I cleanse myself from unclean thoughts, whether it's deceit, or acts of harm, whatever it may be, I am contributing in thoughts. I am contributing to the extermination, cleansing of the external as well, which unclean spirits are walking in the physical form externally, and also they can invade internal when your mind is not clean. So those are my thoughts. So being a practicer of Islam, and I'm learning to be a practitioner of Islam, according to the literature. What is Islam? And Prophet Noble Drew Ali state is someone who, this is not word for word, who a true follower of Islam is someone who does not cause harm through thoughts, words, and deeds. I'm relearning how to be a practitioner of that degree. And so embracing truth, Dwayne Bafield Bey, that we are in prophecy and these are prophetic times. I don't have to lift a finger to cause harm to unclean spirits that attack my genitals spiritually, that are sending sharp pains forcefully to joints. And I am a healthy woman, forcefully, that attack and invade dreams mentally while I'm sleeping, or attack my child, Arrington-Bey, while he's asleep. He's making noises in his sleep because his mind is being attacked while he's trying to sleep. He worked, he's tired, and these unclean spirits sit like scavengers, like savages in the dark, trying to wait for a moment to attack, to bring fear. So because I know we are in prophetic times, I don't have to cause harm to, or Arrington-Bey, to these unclean spirits, for they are in self-annihilation. So through implementation, or not implementation, but embracing that spirit of truth, all I have to do is keep remembering and projecting, embracing the spirit of truth, that this spiritual war is already won. We just have to allow Allah to continue to do as Allah has done before. Use them for a short time, because their time is short and ending. And in that time, we as Moorish Americans supposed to be gaining strength mentally, physically, so we can continue to raise our frequency and harmonize it with the spirit of Mother Earth in the universe, and those divine spirits, high frequency spirits of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And those are my thoughts. So one of the things, and this is 7 minutes, make a long story short, so when we walk back, I notice sometimes spirits will walk really close to me. Like today, I was walking back from Burger King, from earning money at Burger King, and I'm glad I said this about the prayer I send out about the prayer I do about exterminating unclean spirits, and giving reference to why. Because just yesterday, I was off work and I was at Burger King, and I was sitting there doing something with my tablet, and one of the managers came out of the office, and I remember I was posting a tweet about how simultaneously as the manager, Miss Phyllis, she's a black female, the phone rang in the office. She picked up the phone and said, show her, or something like that. And as soon as she said that word, show her, I felt a sharp pain. And anyway, I was putting that on my Twitter site for you to read, Dwayne Bafield Bey. And as I was doing that, one of the other managers, another black male, I don't know if either one of them have claim of nationality, so they'll be on the status African American black. He came out of the office. His name is James, and he's about 6'3", maybe he's tall. I don't know how, maybe 300 pounds. I don't know. He's a pretty big male, and he was talking about. I thought he said something about, I should have killed her, I should have killed you, or something like that. I don't know if he was on his head, had plugs in his ear, or something like that. But he could have been praying. I have no idea what he was saying. But by him saying, I think, and this is what I thought I heard, I could be wrong, but it seemed like, because this is right as I was doing a tweet on Twitter to you about feeling a sharp pain simultaneously. So this could have, so today is Thursday, this was Tuesday, excuse me, today is the 18th, yesterday was 17, I didn't work, so this was July the 16th, 2019. So it could have, it sounded like he said I should have killed you or something like that. And so I don't know if that's what he said, but what I'm saying, to correlate that to what I'm talking to you about in this testimony, is that he could have been saying a prayer or speaking a prayer in his own way, chanting, I don't know, but using the word kill is not something that lowers my frequency anymore, because I had to be careful, especially in reference to experiencing these spiritual attacks, because it can cause, when you do not have the ability to sense attacks that way, and your natural what will come naturally is to protect yourself, and you don't know how to protect yourself, but you want it to stop. Like I said, you get to a point, as a woman or a young man, you're like, I just want it to stop, possibly. And that's when unclean spirits will try to come and give you a form of their religion, or a male will try to come, or a female try to breed with you, that these are unclean spirits. But anyway, getting to the point, the word kill is not a word that I use to lower my frequency. I don't have to, because it's already been prophesied that these unclean spirits are in self-annihilation. And I think Dwayne Bey, as a Moorish American, a natural being, implementing natural law, learning alchemy and how to raise my frequency and maintain that frequency as I defend myself through keeping my thoughts clean and pure, is the key. That's one of the keys in relearning that degree of Islam meaning peace, and peace meaning Islam, and how to be at peace with my surroundings, Islam, and learning how to not cause harm through thoughts, words, and deeds, because of being such as myself, a divine natural being, if I don't learn this, it can cause, and if I project a energy out there that has the spirit of anguish, fear, irritation, anxiety, it lowers my frequency, my vibration, my vibratory rate, which makes me vulnerable for spiritual attacks. It will not what is the word, repel them. It will attract more unclean spirits. Not only that, my cells will be open to other diseases. So it's important, because that's exactly what that is definitely a form of warfare, lowering the frequency of a natural being. So yes, so possibly that's what, that's what I thought he was saying. James, the black manager, I should have killed you. He could have been praying. But when I say it, when I do my, I correlate that. I'm just giving you an example. When I correlate the word kill, I'm thinking in reference to prophecy. And Allah has already prophesied cleansing and exterminating these unclean spirits. So as I was walking Dwayne Bey today, today is the 18th of July 2019. This guy who looked brown skin, dark hair, I don't know where he's from, was in front of me. He could be considered Middle Eastern, brown skin, South American, I'm not sure. But he was walking really, I couldn't help but stand next to him, because we were at the stoplight to use the crossroad to cross the street. And then he was walking really close behind me, and I was thinking about how if your camera's taking a picture and seeing and seeing people so close, because he was walking really close behind me. Like, he's not the only spirit that does this. I've seen other spirits have done this, pale skin and the black Negro, and sometimes Mexicans walk around as well, those that speak Spanish. So he himself could have been from Mexico, I'm not sure, but he was definitely in that that physiology, that brown skin, the black hair, that look of either South American, Middle Eastern, that sort of look. Not short though. He was definitely tall. Imani, do you know anyone personally here in Annapolis, Maryland?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, so I don't either. I don't know anyone personally here in Annapolis, Maryland, and I try to keep my interactions basic and personal as possible, because we are natural beings implementing natural law, and including the Constitution of 1787, Abraham Lincoln's proclamations, Abraham Lincoln's 13th Amendment, 20th section, and in that we have understanding that we are among those who are not in constitutional law, and by them not being in the constitutional fold, then they are vulnerable to be used as terrorists. And for instance, for an example, I told you when I first came to Annapolis, Maryland, and working at Burger King, many odd situations of those that imply or are connected to United States Navy and Army have arose, and I didn't even know that the Navy was like 2 miles approximately behind Burger King until maybe 4 months ago. I had no idea, and this is I've been working at Burger King since 2016 of June. So knowing that the United States Navy and Army have a history, not all, but there are obviously some who do not uphold the divine laws of freedom, I know that they can abuse their authority or abuse their power and use unclean spirits, or even them themselves demonstrate a form of acts of terrorism by abusing their power or their authority upon inhabitants or citizens of this country. And this is not something that's not have been known or haven't been seen before in history. So I've kept my eye open to what I am among now. Especially, I remember one time this one lady, she used to come to Burger King all the time, and her pale skin, she had the word NAVY on her license plate. She was a pale skin. She sits at the regular table. She haven't seen her in a while now, but she used to come and sit at the regular table all the time, and she would give rides to other regulars that sat at the table, and she would sometimes be the only pale skin there. And she used to have these two United States American flag on the side of her truck. And one day, and this is like maybe after 2 months of me working at Burger King in 2016 approximately, I can't remember exactly when, but I documented it because I thought it was so odd. She came up to the counter and she said, "Paid, y'all." And as soon as she said that, simultaneously I felt a sharp pain in my right temporal, and she had the word NAVY. She kept, her license plate never changed, Navy, and then the number 1 on it. And she used to sit there for hours, just like some of the regulars still do today. So and now that I'm not accusing her of sitting her sharp pain, but now that I know we are among those that have the science of telepathy and abuse this science to send sharp pains, cause dis-ease, and that also are used as spiritual terrorists, then now I know that by her saying that simultaneously, and I felt a sharp pain in my temporal, it was not a coincidence. I'm not saying she did it, because I don't know who did it, but it is not a coincidence. So and I was earning money at that time. Today was so the reason why I bring this up is because as I was walking today, and the guy that looked Middle Eastern was walking very close to me, it could be a camera, because you have cameras all over. You have cameras from all directions taking pictures of people, and it's easy for someone to say that they know a person and they don't. Like I told you about the other male that came into Burger King who looked Spanish, saying they knew Imani, and he lied and he didn't know Imani. But he could be walking close to Imani, and a camera say, "Look, they walking together. I thought he didn't know Imani." And the camera and the guy just walking really, really close, going somewhere else, or even maybe going to the same building, but Imani doesn't know him. But that same guy, or that male or female that's walking close, could do an act of terrorism, maybe robbing a bank, maybe using a bomb. Maybe they're affiliated with a drastic Islamic group or a drastic Christian group. Somebody who, someone who is some of these groups that are pro-black, Black Power, and or whatever group, anti-government, anti-constitution, whatever. They could be one of those, or just somebody that's very harmful and mentally unstable, and they do something that causes harm. And so to affiliate you, or a natural being who is in the process of correcting, a Moorish American who is in the process of alerting different government agencies of their change in status, by telling them of by annexing their name to ill or Bey, correcting their birth certificates, their social security cards, the passports. It can happen. It can happen, and they can say, "Look, we see these cameras, and it shows that you knew you were walking so close with that person. Do you normally walk that close?" That sort of thing. So it's important for Imani Gray-Bey and I to be Rhonda Arrington-Bey, Dwayne Bey, I as your wife, to be careful, because we are among spirits that are unclean, and some of them imply or are connected to the United States Navy and Army, which does not mean they have taken an oath or affirmed to uphold the Constitution, these divine laws of freedom, Abraham Lincoln's proclamations, and 13th Amendment 20 sections. That does not mean that they have, because they are in the military. It doesn't. It doesn't mean that the commander-in-chief have. So because we know in history these things have happened, where those that have this power or authority have abused it, we are very careful. Islam. So and we know that spiritual and mental terrorism is harder, is a challenge to be proven on a physical plane than it is when you see someone on a physical plane doing something that is harmful or an act of terrorism. And then even that could be twisted and made to look something that's not real, that's not true. So today was a good day. So I'm at 22 minutes now. I thought for Burger King, I earned money. I had a very decent day. To make a long story short, let's see here. Oh, today this guy, he said, this pale skin, he said you have a very nice smile. You have a wonderful smile. I said, "Oh, I do?" I said, "Thank you." He said, "Really?" I said, "Yes, thank you." And he was standing next to the one of the regulars. They call him Charlie. He answered the name to Charlie, and he said, and he looked at Charlie. He said, I think, do you think she has a nice smile? And the guy, the black male, Charlie, said, "No, not like that." And he looked at me and said, "You know him?" I said, "No, I don't know him like that." And I just said, "No." I said, "But thank you for saying I have a nice smile." I said, "You know what? My husband, Dwayne Bey, I think I have a nice smile too, because he has my picture on his page, his website page, and so obviously not only he think I have a nice smile, but he obviously likes the way I look. He likes all parts of my body." So then and I just left it at that. He said, "Oh." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Obviously my husband, Dwayne Bey, likes my smile and likes my whole body as well, because he has my whole profile on his website page." And then but then after that, right after that, I noticed the guy that was standing close to the black male, Charlie, that answers to the name Charlie. I don't know if that's his real name or not, but he's one of the males that's been coming and sitting at the regular table were many that imply to be connected to the United States Navy or Army or are connected to the United States Navy or Army sit. Another black male standing next to him ordered, and he ordered with the male Charlie, and he said he wanted a Whopper. And well, first I didn't hear him say a Whopper. He ordered 2 soft serves. These are vanilla ice creams, 2 apple pies, and that was it. That's all I had him down for. Then and I recalled what he ordered. He said, "You didn't hear me say a Whopper?" And he said it like he was angry, because this is right after I had the conversation about I'm telling the guy that Dwayne, you my husband, Dwayne, is you must like my smile, and he was like, you didn't hear me say Whopper? I said Whopper. I said, oh, excuse me. I said, okay, so you want to purchase a Whopper? He said, yes. No, actually, excuse me. Let me back up. Excuse me, I'm wrong. He ordered this food before the conversation with Dwayne. Excuse me, about you, Dwayne, liking my smile. That's why possibly why the Charlie, the male that answered to Charlie, and him was standing next to the Pelskin. When he ordered this meal before I had the conversation with the Pelskin about my smile, he said he ordered exactly what I said, but he said after I recalled the order to him, he said he also ordered a Whopper, and I think he said a Whopper with no onions. And I said, okay, I'm always asked this because one Whopper is $4.87, but you can purchase 2 Whoppers for $6.36. Burger King has what they call the 2 for $6 deal. And I said, sir, would you like to purchase the 2 for $6 deal? We can get 2 Whoppers for $6.36 instead of just purchasing one for $4.87. He said no. And I think also he possibly ordered 2 senior cups or two cups for something to drink. He said no, he did not want to order that. He just wanted a Whopper. Nonetheless, I recalled the order back. So by him saying no, he did not want the 2 for $6 deal. He just want the Whopper with no onion. That's what I rang him up for, because that's what he said. He did not say Whopper milk. And I made sure I didn't say Whopper milk, because when a customer orders a Whopper meal or any meal, I automatically start to suggest to sell or try to upgrade. Would you like to upgrade it to a medium or large? Or I give them let them know their choices. Do they want fries, onion rings, or a side salad? But he did not say meal, because if he said meal, if he spoke the word meal, I didn't hear it. And I made sure, I know I didn't say meal when I recalled it back to him, especially after he corrected me and said that he wanted a Whopper. Okay, so after I went over and recalled it again, because he said he wanted a Whopper, and I asked him about the 2 for $6 deal, and I recalled it. Everything was fine. He paid for his money. Had the conversation with the Pelskin guy about my smile, about you being my husband, Dwayne Arrington-Bey. Then after that, right after that conversation, the black male, he comes back up to the to the counter, the one that purchased the order that was standing next to the male that answers to Charlie. They sit at the same table, the regular table. He had on today a hat that said Army, and then a emblem that said Navy. I don't know if he is in the Army and Navy, but that's what he was wearing. He said, I said I wanted a meal. You didn't charge me for a meal. I said I wanted a meal. I said, sir, I tried. I said, let me just get a void. I said, I repeat what I stay quiet. And, but I did try to, I knew that I had recalled the meal to him. Okay. So, and he was like, I said a meal. And, one moment I told him, let me get the manager. I got the manager, Diamond. I said, Diamond, he said he want this made into a meal. And he said something to Diamond about, he told me. And she didn't even ask me. She just said, she said something to him as an agreeing that I didn't listen. And because she said, I'm talking all the time. I'm talking. Like, I'm talking all the time with the customer. I'm talking and not listening or something like that. But definitely she didn't speak to me of what happened. But she was like, yeah, I know. She just, this is what it's like. She said, she just be talking. I know, talking. And I just stayed quiet. I stayed quiet because I could tell there was a little tension after I said that you were my husband, Dwayne Bey. And my smile, you obviously like my smile. Okay, I felt the tension, but I didn't know where it was coming from. So I just stayed quiet because I was trying to understand why the customer that sits at the regular table, when I went over, he already corrected me once saying he wanted a Whopper, and I went over his ticket with, his order with him, and he came back saying that he wanted a meal. And then after she said, just give him the fries and a drink. That's what Diamond, the black female manager, said. And I said, okay, no problem. So I gave him the fries and a drink. She didn't charge him for it. I said, okay. She didn't correct the receipt that I saw, and she just said, just give it to him. And I did. And she said, Rhonda, you need to start listening to what the customers say. And at that moment I stayed quiet because I could tell once again there was even like there was slight tensions. I just stayed quiet. I was like, she didn't even ask me what said. She just said, you need to start listening to what the customers say. And I said, okay. I just because I don't want to step on her toes. I'm thankful to be earning money. Then after that, I said, I went to her. I said, Diamond, I repeated the order to him. He said that after I repeated the order, everything was fine. I said twice. I repeated twice, but then I changed it because I don't remember exactly how many times. I know I clarified the order with the customer, and this is not the first time this male that sits at that table have done this before. So that's why I wanted to make sure it was right, and I knew, and I said, but I told Diamond, I said, Diamond, you didn't even ask me what happened. You just agreed with the customer, the regular customer that complained and said that I did not do his order right. So anyway, Monica, can you close the blind again? All the way. Thanks. So let me continue. So then after that, I just continued to earn money. This similar situation happened a few days ago. I think it was. Hold on one second. 27 minutes. This was Monday, Dwayne, and I'm just, I was, because I try to stay balanced. Mental health is important, so I always try to stay balanced, and I don't want to step on any shoes. Because I'm thankful to be earning money, at Burger King. So, this was July the 11th, 2019. At the time when I came in, and it says it was at 12 minutes after 8. I clock in at 8 a.m. This is the receipt. It shows, if you can see, two French toast sandwiches, and it shows an additional charge of 60 cents each on each side. So a customer, at the time, a customer wanted to purchase 2 French toast sandwiches. I looked at I said the French toast sandwiches are not included in the 2 for $4. He wanted to purchase a 2 for $4 deal, and I said they're not included in a 2 for $4 deal. But as I pressed it, I said, as I switch it, I said, you can have the 2 for $4 deal, the bacon, egg, cheese, French toast sandwiches for $1.20 more. But you're not going to be charged $4.24. That's the 2 for $4 deal, where you can get 2 croissants or 2 sandwiches with you have a choice of 3 meats, sausage, bacon, or ham on a croissant or biscuit for $4. With tax, it comes at the $4.24. Now you can purchase these French toast sandwiches for $1.20 more. And the guy, he said, he asked me why, or he was questioning it. And what happened is, the manager, Miss Phyllis and Diamond came around me, and Miss Phyllis was saying, that girl be tripping. I said, no, Miss Phyllis, it says $1.20 more. He's not going to have the price of $4.24. I'm just letting him know it's going to be $1.20 more. And she seemed irritated. And I didn't understand why she seemed irritated. It's like it was making it seem like I was off balance and didn't know what I was doing. But I said, look, it's $1.20 more for the 2 for $4 deal. The bacon, egg, cheese French toast. It's $1.20 more. Dwayne Bathfield Bay. And then and I just stayed quiet because I didn't understand the irritation. So the next day when I came into work, so that was the 11th. So I remember it says Thursday, July the 11th. So Friday when I came into work, if I remember correct, the board changed behind me, and the French toast were included in the 2 for $4 deal. So the bread was changed. So now there are 3 breads, not just one, included in the 2 for $4 deal, and the customer is not charged $1.20 more anymore to have French toast. But instead of them, I guess I felt a little odd, because I was like, I'm telling the customer the truth. I said he cannot have the French toast for $4.24, but he can have it for $1.20 more. So I thought that was odd. But then I just sort of just continued that day because we've been really busy. It's the summertime, and what I remember in the summertime, this Burger King, this store always pick up in business. So Burger King has been really busy. Let's see, that's it. And as for my experience here at American Extended Stay, some of the voices, we still hear some of the same, like a male voice, female voice outside and around the room. And it's different voices. And the best description I can give you, Dwayne Bathfield Bay, is voices that are similar to, for instance, like I work with this Spanish girl. Her name is Naomi. And sometimes I hear, and this is dealing outside, or even a spirit invading the room, has a similar Spanish voice close to hers. And her name is Naomi. I think she's from Mexico, but I'm not sure because I don't know any of them personally. I think she told me she was from Mexico maybe approximately a year ago, but I have not really had a conversation that is so deep that is personal. But sometimes spiritually, definitely, if you in reference to spirituality and telepathy, I hear spirits not saying this is her, but this is the best description, like a Mexican accent that sounds like her. Also like I told you, a female recently, this more so recently after Imani and I applied to have our name corrected at the circuit court. We indexing our name to Bay, and we had to file for that so we can get it on our ID. We just received a letter. Imani was approved. It shows, the letters show that we petitioned for a name change, and from Annapolis Circuit Court, we petitioned for a name change and applied for a waiver. So I recently I've been documenting how odd voices be outside and around the room. Some sound like very animal, like an animal, or deranged. But definitely after this was I went in the process of doing this, I noticed that more and more like recent voices sound similar. I'm not saying these are, why would Burger King co-workers whom I never talk with on a personal level, nor have I implied that I want to get to know on a personal level, but just try to give them respect with it. If they have, I don't even know if they have the science of telepathy or not, but if they have the science of telepathy, why would they want to invade my room or in spirit or out be outside and around the room talking? Why? That doesn't sound balanced. You know, on a physical plane, I'd be outside and around the room talking. That does not sound like that's mentally balanced. That sounds like an act of terrorism. So, so that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that when I say that I'm giving you a similar voice. For instance, Precious, she's a black female, close to Imani age. Sometimes I hear a voice. I work with her at Burger King. The voice I hear recently sounds similar to hers in that low voice as well. Not saying it's her. The manager Thomas, I've heard a voice similar to that. Sometimes like outside, like angry and talking over and over again, just chaos talking, like angry. And I'm not saying it's him, but it's similar to that. And these walls are very thin. Once again, why would it doesn't make sense for any coworker or any spirit, period, that are in a mentally balanced to do something like that, because that would be definitely acts of terrorism. So spiritually, mentally, and if they're outside and around the room physically. So anyway, I told you about the letter that I sent to Annapolis. I sent to American Extended Stay about someone trying to force open the door, and we had to. I was going to go take a shower, and someone actually tried to force open the door here in American Extended Stay. So they know that that is one of my concerns, and our belongings being safe, our food being safe, not tampered with. You know, and they said our stuff should be safe. So anyway, that's it, Dwayne. It's already 42 minutes in this video. I'm going to end it with that. The last thing I just want to tell you, I'm doing pretty good with my diet. Imani, how you feel being a vegan vegetarian?
Great. Great.
So one of the things, being a vegan vegetarian or transferring to a vegan vegetarian diet, it took time, and it still is. I'm not perfect at this. You know this. That's why I was, telling you about the cheese, and some things still have egg in it. So we still work getting there. But I will tell you this. I know. For me, I like to put my own energy in my food, and I encourage Imani to do the exact same thing. We put our own energy, so we cook all our food as much as possible. Not only that, it saves a lot of money. It saves a lot of money making dishes that last for more than one day. So not all the time we do this, okay? But it does, and also my energy is in the food. So not only that I'm eating food that correlates to the chemistry of our bodies, whether it's vegan vegetarian noodles, veggie meat, meatless chicken, meatless fish, whatever it is that's vegan vegetarian. But that energy, our thoughts are in our food, and we are consuming it. And that's important to me as a Moorish American. I remember Dwayne Bey, I think you were speaking of things like that yourself, and how you don't allow everyone to cook for you. You're very particular about who you allow cook for you. Okay, so that's part of our culture, I think, in reference to learning spirituality, and I know, and embracing spirituality, embracing who we are as Moorish American Hebrew Muslims. Something else. It's been a long time since I try to brew my own coffee. I don't use the microwave like I used to anymore. We use it very little, not as much as now. We just rather just warm things up in coconut oil. And usually, so it's been a long time since I've had anything to drink or eat at Burger King, because I just prefer to do things on my own. It's part of it. It's, not just it's definitely part of the I can see our culture as a Hebrew Muslim, our part of our growth in spirituality. We drink a lot of water at Burger King, though. A lot of water. And a few months ago, Miss Phillips gave me orange juice, and that was nice, because I like orange juice. But usually, we juicing now. We juice a lot. We use apples, oranges, fruits, and we make our own juice. Not all the time, because I like orange juice from other places, but we even make our own juice now. So that's a good thing. Anyway, so it's been a long time since I had food at Burger King, but it doesn't stop me from earning money. Stop me from being a person that cares about good work ethics. And I think that's a good thing. Anyway, I'll talk to you later, Dwayne Buffett Bay. Islam.